3 races remain in the Gatorade Cup Series season for 11 drivers to try and win the Gatorade Cup Series season number 9 championship. For chase race number 10, we head to the Landmark Speedway in Hampton, Georgia for the running of the Golden Corral 500 Under the Lights. On the pole for tonight's race is Carter Joey in the 17, to the outside, and second is the number 99 of Colton Yo. Then third is Jay Jefferson, fourth is Trey Wright, and running on the top 5, Nathan Ormond in the 24 car. Then sixth is the 9 of Jeff Wright, 7th place of TJ Hanley, and 8th is Mitchell Collins, 9th place Griffin Lynn, and Vince Vincent runs at the top 10, the 95 car. Then, for the rest of the field, there's Derek Campbell to his inside as Alexander the 00 car. Then Wyatt Walker with Carter Friesen. Behind them, Al Agassi and Luke Rain back after his one-race suspension. Then we have Anthony Hernandez, who comes in tied for the points lead. He was outside Alex Fletcher, the 72. Then we have Ann McDowell with Max Anderson. Behind them, Anthony Charlebois and Eli Bright. Then we have Riley Sampson and William Bullen. Behind them, Mathis Wells with William Seaman. Then with Jonathan Beeford, and also tied for the points lead, Levi Jones in the 92 car. And we have Danny Lloyd with Sebastian Kukulon. Behind them, Stephen Taylor and Samet Oskin. And we have Marshall Burrow with Trey Rainey. Behind them, Cole Luigi, who's inside Jake Gow with 11. And we have Tyler Fink and Jonathan Rains with Oliver Gow and Derek Richard. And in the final row, 41st Roman Fenway, 42nd, number 41 of Matt Godden. There's our 42-car field for chase race number 10, the Golden Corral 500, the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let's go to track time. Fire the engines up for chase racing at Atlanta.
Drivers, start your engines!
The field firing their engines up for what's sure to be a crazy chase race at the Atlanta Motor Speedway here tonight in Hampton, Georgia. 42 cars rolling out the starting grid. Carter Joey, a chaser, and Colton with the 99 will lead the field to the green flag here in Georgia. Coming into this race, 2 drivers are tied for the points lead. Anthony has the 48 and Levi Schultz 92 both have 72 points apiece. They're currently tied at the top of the leaderboard. But behind them, Riley Sampson is 6 points back. Wyatt Walker is 9 points back. And then drivers who are more than a race back include Jonathan Rains, Carter Friesen, Jake Galloway, Derek Hamill. Can someone try and get up there and close in? 49 laps to figure it out. Green flag is in the air. We're racing in chase race number 10 in Atlanta. Jay Jefferson steals the left one lead, and already 3 wide further back of the pack. Hernandez was the first to make the 3-wide move right in the initial start. He made it work, and the 48 coming forward. They're looking forward wide off the corner. Oh, there they go. Collins and Hernandez to the inside. They're coming back up now. Hernandez with his teammate Eli Bright. They come back up, save up another 4 wide further up in the field. Friesen, Hanley, Collins all making contact as they come out turn 4. Can they start out? No, they can't. And a little hard. Lynn is up on his side, and we're wrecking big time in Atlanta. Caution is in the air for the first time today. Massive crash on the front stretch. Cars are all over the place. Cars are upside down. And Vince of the 95 ends up on his lid. Big crash. First yellow flag of the event. That was not going to work out, and we saw it right there how it did not work out. Hard crash early on. It's going to take a lot of cars out of this race. As Ormond, the 24, come down pit lane already. It's interesting to see because we are so early on this race. It doesn't really seem like coming down pit road would be such an advantage at this point in time, but some drivers are doing it. We see 3, 4 cars coming down. William Seaman, who won last race, has hit the pits. It's going to be Nathan Ormond, the first into pit road. He might be the first to leave pit road as well, as it might just be splash and go for these drivers. There's Ormond. Trey Rain leaves with just a splash of field. Trey Wright comes into his pit stall. Ormond can leave first. 24 is off and away. He'll be the first off the pit lane on some others. So our first yellow flag of the race comes out. It all starts with a forward move by Anthony Hernandez. Got Mitchell Collins out of shape. They came back up the racetrack 4 wide, and chaos ensued after that. First yellow of the day out early on in Atlanta. Let's go see the reason for it. This is what started. Come off turn 2 and down the backstretch. Anthony Hernandez makes a big 4 wide move as Mitchell Collins, Trey Wright, and Colton Ure are also in the middle of that. right here off the corner. Hernandez kind of slides up a little bit off the yellow line, up and hits Mitchell Collins, but they saved their car share. They're down the apron, they save it. Collins actually got some speed down the back stretch, kept his foot in it to save it, and then he came back up, and then they were 4 wide, merging back up onto the field. Luckily there, they actually made it through 3 and 4 somehow. Friesen, Hanley, and Carter Joey all in this. J. Jefferson and Griffin, they're going to be a piece of it now. But as they come off turn 4 right there, Collins and Friesen making some contact, rubbing off each other. Friesen down to the side of the 14. Then right here as they come off the corner, Friesen up, trying to keep off TJ Hanley. 14 slides up a little bit, doesn't give the 43 room. Hard to the wall right there for all those drivers. J. Jefferson, there's Lynn up off the ground. Colton Neal, the 9-9, scrape spike. See some drivers on the inside. Look at Vince Vinta. There's Adam McDowell hitting hard. William Bullen, Samad Oskin, Coluigi, Matt Godin. 32. There's Roman Fenway. Luke Rainey back here in his race return. He may have gotten some damage. Jay Jefferson hits hard right there. Daniel Lloyd, the 19, was back here. But a massive crash as they came off of turn number 4. Going to take some drivers out of this race. And Carter Friesen and Chaser involved. Lost some others. That was just not going to work. There's no room for that whatsoever. How about Carter Joey finding a hole through that 17? Somehow escaped without any damage in that. That was amazing what Carter Joey just did to miss that crash. And look at Vince Vinta. He gets hit by Roman Fenway, goes upside down for the 95 car. So crazy crash there for Vince Vinta. He ends up on his lid at the end of the quad. We'll look at it as we come off turn 4. See Hernandez and Riley Sampson are both down the bottom lane. They got through, and Levi Jones a little bit farther back. He also got through. So the front 3 points all escaped without damage here after the big one. John Thoreen, look like he may have gotten through that. Wyatt Walker, the 10, was in the middle of that. Same with Derek Kimmel, the 32. It'll be interesting to see who has damage and who doesn't after this restart. So Nathan Orman led the field back. However, he came down the pit lane, and now that gives lead to Alexander, the 00, who stays on the racetrack. Rowe lead the field to the green flag at the Golden Corral 500 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. The field pacing in turns 1 and 2, coming back to take the green flag on lap number 7-49 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Griffin and William Bullen, Carter Friesen and Chaser, Mitch Collins 1 year earlier in the season, and Adam McDowell all out of the race. 37 cars are on the racetrack, 36 are on the lead lap. Vince Vinta, who's upside down, he's to the left on the racetrack, 1 lap down the 95 car. Leading it is Alexander, the 00. Behind him in second is the driver tied for the points in Anthony has the 48. Then third in points, Riley Sampson is third. Carter Joey is fourth, and Mathis Wells is fifth. They have Jeff Wright in sixth. Colton Neal seventh, Eli Bright eighth. Ninth is Sebastian Kukulon, and Max Anderson rounds at the top 10. Levi Jones, who also comes in tied for the points, he currently scored in the 14th position. And first off the pit lane, Nathan Orman, 20th. That's where he came off of pit road. So we'll see if he just has a few laps of extra fuel. There's 95. So some of these drivers back here will be slow and damaged. And it'll be interesting to see how that impacts the Golden Corral 500 Atlanta. We've seen lap traffic cause major accidents in this race before. Think back to season number 3. Here they come, restart zone, green flag back in the air. We're back racing. Rose steps on the gas. Hernandez gets away from Sampson, who spun the tires in third place. Now Carter Joey saw that, takes the move to the inside. Joey started on the pole. He's going to get by Riley Sampson, shuffling him up high. Front 2 break away. Off turn 2, down the backstretch. Jeff Wright wants to make a move for the lead. He's making 3 wide move on Wells and Sampson to turn 3. Doesn't work on the 18 as he moves way up inside the top 5 to 5th. I want to get up there faster. His teammate Hernandez up there. Here comes the 48 for the lead. To the quad oval. Alexander leads, but Hernandez has the inside to turn number 1, the 48 car. Making moves to try and gain the points lead. He's going to clear up it now. Pulls there. Carter Joey takes to the inside. Heads up from the 9 of Jeff Wright with them. Down the backstretch to the race. Carter Joey's there. The 17 to turn number 3. And now, Jeff Wright has a run for the lead off turn 4. He'll take it to the inside. It's been a long time for him since he's gotten a victory lane in the Cup Series. He's to the inside looking for the lead in turn number 1. Matthew Wells, the 18 with them. Eli Bright, the 88, Jeff's teammate. Hunter Motorsports has some fast cars here today. They're showing them. 3 of them up at the front. And Orman led the caution flag before he came down pit road. Now Matthew Wells wants to lead in turn number 3. He has Eli Bright, the 88, with them. Eli looking for some running room, trying to get there. Kukulon, the 1. Fletcher, the 72, coming towards the front. Now Eli Bright, 3 wide. Carter Joey almost looking 4 wide in the pack. Luckily, he thought better of that. Back down of it. Eli Bright, the 88, through the lead, but quickly going to be challenged by Alex Fletcher, the 72, down the backstretch. Maybe 4 wide back there with Wells, Kukulon, Jeff Wright, Tyler Fink. Can this work out? 4 wide. As they come through 3 and 4, squeezing together. Try to sort it out down the front stretch. And they may. Oh, it's going to be close to turn number 1. Still 4 wide. Rowe, Wells, Taylor, all bumping. Banging through the field. Up to the wall they go. Walker, and around they go. Big crash down the backstretch. Eli Bright all over the place. Cars spinning everywhere. Trying to sort it out. Colucci to the apron. Cars spinning. Yellow flag. Somehow, the whole field was not stacked up in that. Racing back around. Fink with the lead. Sharpwa's second. And somehow, drivers escaped it again. Massive crash that should have happened on the backstretch, and it didn't. Somehow, everyone escapes with minimal damage in that. Eli Bright gets some. Wells probably got the most in the 18s. He spun around pretty hard in the 18 car. They got 4 wide. They made it work for about a lap, but it didn't work off. Turn number 2 in our second yellow of the day comes out very early on. Once again, we're not even 15 laps done with the Golden Corral 500. It looks like everyone's taking it to pit road right here to get maybe some fresh rubber or just to get fuel in the car to make it to the end of the race. So Tyler Fink with the lead. It looks like Danny Lloyd's sitting on the racetrack. The 19. Is he on the lead lap? He's 1 lap down, is he? I can't quite tell where he is right now. If he stayed out, he's going to be our new race leader. Splash and go for the 21 cars. Matt Gaughan's putting on some tires. Into Charles tires. Yeah, some drivers just taking fuel, some drivers taking tires. So we got mixed bag on pit road in terms of strategy. It'll be interesting to see which one works out, which one doesn't. But it's going to be Tyler Fink leaving first. Battle for second. Kukulon going to beat Max Anderson off. So it'll be Tyler Fink with the lead off pit road. However, some cars did stay on the racetrack, and Danny Lloyd's going to be our race leader. Derek Hamill also stayed out. He'll be in second position, but these drivers are laps down. The 95, 15, and 24 all 1 lap down. So caution flag is out. Matt as well as the 18. Some others involved in a 4-wide mess down the backstretch. They started getting pushing and shoving, bumping and banging through 1 and 2 right here. 33 Steve Taylor gets put down the apron as he tries to rejoin the racing surface. Alexander Rose there, up to Wells, to Wyatt Walker. Fletcher put into the wall, 10 spin sideways to the 33. 18 back up to the outside wall, hits Eli Bright. Down the racetrack, the 88 goes. He saves his car. Wells spins around. Oliver Galway, the 6, misses that. And somehow, not everyone in that pack was torn up in that. Only a few cars get major damage from that. Somehow, some way, most escaped without damage. Look at Jake Galloway. He got bounced around. Luke Ray got bounced around. Max Anderson found a hole through. That's a lot of drivers that should have been involved in this crash and somehow were not involved at all. Great job by everyone that was able to just get through that, just control their cars. And really the only one that lost control, because he was being bounced around so much, was Matt Wells. He got bounced around about 5 times. I mean, everyone else saved their cars, kept it straight, and Wells probably could have as well if he didn't get hit as much. And look at Cole, we have control of the 42. I believe he actually came into it and got some nose damage at the end of it. So he's racing down the back, and I believe at some point, yeah, he runs in the back of the Ford. Jonathan Rains pretty hard. Gave the Ford some rear damage, and the Ford just got some nose damage as well after that. So massive crash, and somehow, drivers involved in the championship hunt make it through. But back in front, it was number 21 of Tyler Fink. Pit crew does their job in pit road, gets him out in front. However, some drivers decide to stay on the racetrack. Danny Lloyd and Derek Hamill stay out. They'll be our race leaders in the Golden Corral 500 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here comes the field to the green flag, lap number 16 after a second yellow flag of the race. No cars out from that crash, but 37th on up to 34th laps down. That's including Al Lagasse, Vince Vinton, Nathan Orman, and third in points, Riley Sampson. 33rd on up. They're on the lead laps to the left in contention for the win. It's being led by Danny Lloyd, who's down the racetrack under this caution period. Same with Derek Kimmel in second. Then you have the lap car, Riley Sampson separating second and third place. Tyler Fink, who is the first off pit road. Sebastian Kukulon in fourth. Max Anderson fifth, with Luke Rainey in sixth. Colton Yo seventh. Eighth is Trey Wright. Levi Jones in ninth. And Al Lagasse rounding out the top 10. To the restart zone, Lloyd steps on the gas. We're back green in Atlanta. Oh, Hamill looks like he's off pace at 32 minutes in damage. Sampson goes to the inside quickly in the 15. That's Hamill damaged, obviously still on the outside. He'll give up time and positions. Tyler Fink moves to second. Kukul on the 1 wants second position. They're shuffling the 32 out high down the backstretch. And the pack really spread out. I have to think that some damaged cars started towards the middle of the field and caused that. You can see right here, these drivers, yeah, it's the 30 of Al Lagasse, who's obviously very slow, holding up most of the field on the outside lane. Drivers going to try and get around on the inside. Look at Colucci trying to find a hole through the middle lane to get by. He could jump down low right there. He did. So a lot of damaged cars are at the field because of the accidents we've already had. They're catching Derek Kimmel back there, but for the lead, see some of these cars get held up. Kukulon and some of these other drivers. Colton Yo, the 99, moves to the front as the 19 starts backing up through the field. Obviously, he is a little bit slower as well. But how about Levi Jones, the 92? He wants a shot at the lead. Levi Shones comes in with Anthony Hernandez tied in the points lead. He wants to leave with the points lead solely by himself. But it's Max Anderson, the 12 to the inside. Steven Taylor, the 33, jumps down to the bottom lane. 3 wide for the top spot in turn number 3. Into trouble on the 96, makes the move. Here he comes for the lead off turn 4. Makes it work to the inside. They come down the front stretch, side by side for the top spot. Marshall, the 37, watching it behind. He'll look 3 wide now. 37 car, big move. How about Williams? He wants 2 in a row in the Gatorade Cup Series. One last race at Texas by 7/1000 of a second over Anthony Hernandez. Can he wear today in the Atlanta race? He's looking for the lead down the backstretch. He has left car Riley Sampson behind him in the 15. Burrow comes down to cover the spot. The 31 is there, though. Almost a collision there. 31 inside the 37. Sampson shuffled high in the 15 as Tyler Fink moves to the bottom lane. Fink has Luke Rain with him. Those are 2 Ford teammates. Seaman, 31, clear out front. Fink, the 21, through to second. Luke Rain, the 2 with them. Down the back stretch. Luke gonna try to make the move for a second here. Colton Yo with him, the 99. Mac on the 41 on the bottom lane as well. Through 3 and 4. Luke Rain's a nice run coming. But gets shuffled a little high there. Here comes 99 down low, Colton Yo. Mac on his pusher. Can Gon stay committed? No, 3 wide. For the second position, 3 wide. Some cars scrape the wall, but we're still going straight. Matt Godden looking for the lead, and we have a slow lap car. Eli Bright is severely off pace, about 30 miles an hour slower. How this impacted to turn 3. Seaman stays clear. Now, can they get around Eli Bright without issues? Seaman's going to get shuffled high. Eli's up there now. Inside goes. Outside, nowhere to be. Shones almost into the back of the 88, trying to slow it down. He's going to get around, and very fortunate right there. That did not cause a massive collision. It's Luke Rain, Tyler Fink held up. Some others trying to close in. Can Rainey and Fink get around to keep touch with the lead draft? Down the backstretch, Eli goes to the middle lane. That's a very interesting choice there. Gets the top to Luke Rain, Tyler Fink. They're going to try and get around. He actually blocks his 2 teammates down low. They let the Penske guys go and doing that. He actually hurt his own teammates. Orman and Jeff Bright. But that's not the lap we're going to see of lap traffic. We're going to see a lot more lap traffic. Alex is next to be caught in the 38 car. He's off pace. Steven Taylor, the 33, moves to second, but it's Max Anderson pulling away with a nice gap over the rest of the field. They're at 34. He's up to third. Pulling the 99 with them. Through 3 and 4. Seaman, that 31 looks pretty strong. He's making moves. He's out of line for 4th. Taylor can run for the lead in turn 1. He's there. Steven Taylor, Max Anderson, side by side with that. They're going to slow each other down. Third on back, so they have a nice run. Trey Wright, the 34, the 3rd place car. Here comes Marsh Burrow. He wants a Gatorade Cup Series win. 3 wide for 4th. Steven to the middle lane. Max Anderson put high as Steven Taylor clears. Now Trey Wright going to try and clear for a second. Here comes Levi Shones back down the bottom lane of the 92 car. He wants to gain this points lead back. Legacy is ahead, and they're going to catch him this lap in turns 1 and 2. Trey Wright backed up through the field. You don't want that to happen once you're catching a lap car. Taylor jumps inside. 33 gets around. Trey Wright will jump around. Shones gets by. Enten Charbois. Smash Kukulon. Anderson and Burrow held up now. Seaman, Godden, Yo, filter around. Max Anderson, Burrow, they're going to jump love right there. Block Anthony Hernandez advance. They get around Alexi, but now more lap traffic ahead. It's Vincent Vinta and then Mathis Wells. The next 2 they'll catch. It's Steven Taylor leading the race. Kukulon through to 2nd. Charbois back to 3rd. Shones currently 4th and about Trey Wright. 92 jumps low to get to 3rd. And now they're going to catch lap traffic. You're going to want to be on the inside lane once you catch these drivers. Shones knows that he jumps onto the inside. Steven Taylor 33 going to go around the outside of 95. Interesting move there. Shones to the inside. They split him. They put Vinta middle lane. Seaman nowhere to go. The 31 gets held up. He'll go around the outside. We'll take the 99 went to the inside. Here comes Shones for the lead in turn 3. He had to run. The 1 stays to the high side. Kukulon way up the track. Yeah, I don't know if he got tight or loose or what happened there. Wells next to be caught. Taylor tries to get down the inside. Shones uses left car to pick. Here comes Levi Shones. He'll grab the lead. Shones out front. Trey Wright to 2nd. Charbois to 3rd. Seaman now looking for 4th on Taylor. Kukulon, the 1. Here comes Hernandez back to the front. The 48. Not out of this thing yet. But now he's halted. He got put to the outside. Can he get around Mathis Wells? He'll split to the middle lane. But the 18 is still ahead, slowing him up. He needs to get around. He does. Hernandez gets low. He gets by. 21 laps of racing to go. Eli Bright catching again. Shones nowhere to go. Where can he go? He's trying to look for a way around. Trey Wright gets around the outside. Outside lane goes. Nowhere for Shones. Now finally the 88 moves up, but his car Shones 3 spots. 3 cars pull away. Trey Wright, Colton Yo, and William Seaman. Shones back to 4th now. 88 holding up the 48. The 33-18 is also there. Here comes 2 of Luke Rainey down low. Hernandez trying to get down to the middle lane. Nowhere to go for the 48, but they'll get around the 80 of Eli Bright. Luke Rainey back up into contention of the 2 car. He's back in the lead draft. But currently 3 cars break away, but they're all battling hard. 3 wide. Yeah, that's only slowing them up. Shones and the others have a huge run coming. Seaman back for the lead, coming to 19 to go in the Gold Corral 500. William Seaman leads in the 31 car. Colton Yo second, Trey Wright third, and 4th on back, Shones, Trey Rainey, Charles Bois, Galway. They have a huge run coming. Trey looks on Shones now for 4th. They bow up for 2nd, Trey Wright, Colton Yo. Look at the run they had right there. That was an amazing run that Shones and Trey Rainey had. Trey's going to move his way all the way up to 2nd. I think he has such a huge run. He'll move to the inside. Jonathan Rains bent back in the number 4 car, not affecting him too much. He's in this lead draft, moving forward. Levi's Mills 3, Seaman leads, Trey Rainey to 2nd. But Hamill ahead in the 32 car, off the pace. Who gets by? Who doesn't? 3 wide now. Jonathan Rains inside the 4 car. That's for 3rd and for the lead. Trey Rainey out of line. He wants it to the start-finish line. Rainey leads. Now lap traffic. Derek Campbell ahead. Holds up the outside lane. Now the inside lane. Now the outside again. You have to jump down low right here. Trey Wright abandons that 92. Doesn't let Shones get down. Levi has to find a way down fast because he cannot lose this draft. Anthony is up here. He can gain points on him. Hernandez gonna get around Levi. Shones right there. The 48 now has the points lead for the first time tonight. Shones gonna jump low with Oliver Galway to keep the draft. Jake Galway trying to get around gain points on the 48 and the 92. He needs to get up here badly. And now can they keep touch with the 2, the 48, and the others to gain spots? More lap traffic. Fenway, Oskin, Jefferson. Next to be caught, it's Trey Rainey though. Clearing the lead. Burrow clearing 2nd. Charles Block clearing 3rd. Colton Yo to 4th. For 5th, it's a huge battle. Down to the front stretch. Trey Rainey continues to lead. But 3 lap cars, looming large, making a 4th with Al Agassi getting caught. Trey Rainey gonna try and go on the outside of Oskin, off turn 2. Oskin knows that, gave the outside to Trey. Burrow gets around the outside, now split to the inside. Whoa! Nowhere to go. I think the inside though is gonna be the place to be. Right there, Trey Rainey moves around. You're gonna be in the inside lane. Hernandez, Charles Bois, they split out 3 wide to get around. They're looking 4 wide behind. Now they've caught Jay Jefferson. Trey Rainey needs to get around. He will. Off turn 2. Oskin holding up Steven Taylor on the outside lane. 33 jumps low. All this shuffling around is allowing another pack to come in and try and close and gain spots. Luke Rainey to the apron. I think he's coming down pit road. The 2 to pit road. Luke Rainey did not have enough fuel. Now the question is, does anyone have enough fuel? Scattering back there. They got around Eli, but at the front 2 have Hernandez and the number 51 of Trey Rainey. Next to be caught, 19 of Danny Lloyd off the pace. Trey Rainey, Anthony Hernandez. They run side by side to turn 3 for the race lead. But who has enough fuel to make it? Or is the 2 just a fluke thing? Big question. Tyler Fick's on pit road, so I don't think it's fluke. Hernandez to the lead to catch Danny Lloyd. 11 to go next time by. Trey looking for the crossover. I think he's going to get there as well. He got to the core panel. Oh, he couldn't make it stick. The 48 jumps low to block and cut the other way. Hernandez and Trey Rainey clear Lloyd. Now Shones hitting the pits. Remember, these drivers did not take tires. Is that going to be an issue? Do they have enough fuel to make it? A lot of cars coming down pit road. It's left. Trey Rainey and Anthony Hernandez on their own island leading this race. Coming around to 10 to go this time by. Trey again to the inside of the 48. This time, catching Vince Venta. Hernandez trying to get down. Almost contact. Trey Rainey moves around. Hernandez moves around. But when do these drivers have to come down? Do they have to come down? Remember, I think these drivers that stay out, they've taken tires. 10 laps remain. The Gold Corral 500, the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and the yellow is out. Caution is in the air. And how does this change things? Jay Jefferson has wrecked some others. Who's a lap down now? Who's not? Well, how that's turned everything around. That's with 10 to go. We're coming to 9 to go. D-Shar's going to come down the pit lane. Or maybe they... who's going to come down? Hernandez. Oh, is he... Oh, I don't know about staying out. That's a dangerous play. Because not everyone knows... Oh. He's passing the pace car. Almost as if he's trying to save some fuel. Now the question is, drivers like Levi Shones, where is he going to be scored? I think he could be a lap down the 92 car. This is going to be interesting to see. So the 48 stays out. He's implying there's enough fuel to make it to the end, but I don't think he does. That 48 is going to be questionable on fuel. So let's see the reason for the caution. It looks like Jay Garrison and some others made contact entering pit road. Our third caution flag of the race, and it may have just changed the whole race drastically. Down the backstretch to Matt Oskin, Matt Godden, Jay Garrison on the outside, right here into turn number 3. Oskin cuts down on Steven Taylor trying to go down pit road. It gets Jay Garrison and Matt Godden also involved in the carnage. So our third yellow of the day comes out middle, green flag pit stops, as some contenders made pit stops. They may have fallen a lap or two down. Some have stayed on the racetrack. Some have come down to the yellow flag. But we know for sure, Anthony Hernandez thinks he can make it to the end. He has stayed on the racetrack. He has not come down the pit lane. So can the 48 make it all the way on the tank of fuel he has? We're going to find out after this restart, which will come with just over 5 to go in the Golden Corral 500 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. 48 has run dry down the pit road under the caution flag. And that's going to hand the lead to Anton Charles, who has also not come down the pit lane. Alex Fletcher, Wyatt Walker also did not have enough fuel, along with Steven Taylor. Now the 96 and the 9 have stayed on the racetrack. Do they have enough fuel? I was going to say, for Anthony Hernandez, if he goes green like this is going to be a questionable call. He's gaining points on Levi Shones no matter what, because 92 is a lap down in 14th. So all Hernandez had to do was stay on the lead lap. Now he's going to stay, luckily for him. He should gain some points on Shones and be the points leader. But now that leads the race lead to Anton Charles. We're going back green this time. Who has enough fuel and who doesn't? So we're going to go green with 6 laps of racing to go. Charles and Jeff Wright stay on the racetrack. They'll be our race leaders. Now Levi Shones is right behind them with Nathan Orman. They're going to try to get their laps back. And obviously if the 96 and 9 run dry, they can get them back. Look at all these lap cars right here. And then you have to go all the way back to third, who is Matt Godden. Godden was involved in that crash. How slow is he going to be? And you look back, the next highest drivers all the way back here. So a lot of lap cars separating. You look all the way back to right here. Trey Rainey, then Jonathan Raines, Trey Wright, Jonathan Buford, TJ Hanley. And you look back here even farther. And then there's where Hernandez, Walker, Fletcher, and Taylor have come out. So, does Charles and Jeff Wright have enough fuel? 6 to go at the start-finish line. 96 and 9 stayed out. They think they have enough. The question is, who has enough? To the green flag they come. Here they come. Does anyone sputter? How does the restart go? Green flag back in the air on the Golden Corral 500. Now remember, the 19's a little slow. 38 slow as well, holding up the field. 96 jumps low, getting by. Orman shovels his teammate out. Orman wants that lap back in case the yellow comes out. Remember, we're coming to 5 to go this time by. Yellow flag would end the race once you get to the start-finish line. So in case the yellow comes out before the start-finish line, Shones wants it. Charles Boss on the outside trying to get down. They're going to spin around. Jeff Wright well collected. Now coming down the racetrack, Matt Gunn as well. Our racers have the hard crash in turn 3 and 4. Cars are all over the place. Hernandez in the middle of it. Cars are all over. Race leaders are involved big time. And who gets back in the lead lap? None other than Shones has gotten back on the lead lap. And some others. Carnage in turns 3 and 4 have shaped the end of this race. Look at the damage to the 48 car. Leading at the start-finish line, who was it? Because basically everyone got involved. Jonathan Raines gets away with the lead. TJ Hanley in second. And that's with 5 to go. We're going to have a one-lap shootout. Who's going to win? Oh my gosh, what is happening? Our fourth yellow has just changed this race drastically. So it's going to be Raines in first, Hanley in second. And then we would go back to see who's third, but right now we can't really tell because of where everyone is damage-wise and whatnot. So our fourth yellow of the day, we thought the third one was going to be crazy. The fourth one may have just shaken out this whole race. Anton Charles tries to cut down pit road, but there's a car to the inside and causes a massive crash in turns 3 and 4. Let's see what happened. I think right here down the backstretch, the 96 runs low on fuel. I think right here he sputters. I think that's what caused this. 96 sputters. He knows he has to get down pit road. Right here, he's going to cut down. William Seaman, though, is down there in the 31. It spins the 96 around, and none other than second place Jeff Bright gets collected. 19 spins sideways. He saves his car. All these cars right here, and then Matt Godden, who's third place, he gets involved. And then in the middle of the field, Tyler Fink and some of these others get collected. Look at this. 96 upside down. 1 is in the middle of it. 96 flipping down the racetrack. 48, Hernandez nowhere to go. And look at that. Charbonneau flipped hard. There's a car up off the ground. That's Derek Bouchard. Carter Joey and Jake Galloway in a mess. Eli Brett, the 88 in the grass spinning around. That's taken a lot of cars out of this race, but the irony in this was the 96 and the 9, they were the front two. Matt Godden was third at this point, and all of them are involved in the crash at the start of it. Like, the first 3 drivers involved, the 96, the 9, and the 41, were the only cars that were in the top 3. And then basically everyone else gets involved. You have to look out for Trey Rainey. He was in the middle of this. The question is, how bad is his damage in the 51 car? Can he try and mount a charge here late in the race? Because remember, he was on the lead lap. He was in the middle of it. He got banged around. The question is, how bad is it? Dane Lloyd did a great job saving his car, but I think all those cars right there that just went by, I think they're back on the lead lap. They can see Trey Rainey right there in the middle of it. I don't know how bad his damage was in the 51, but he was one of them on the lead lap. Remember, he was one of the first to come off pit road under that yellow flag. So for Levi showing some of these others, it was great timing for them. They're back on the lead lap now. They have a shot to gain points and whatnot. Now, the race leader at the time of caution, Jonathan Rains, one of our chasers in the 4 car. He's the race leader at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I don't know who's going to be with him. Hanley's going to be with him. It's going to be a 1-lap dash to the checker flag in the Golden Corral 500 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Coming back to the green flag, it will be a 1-lap dash to the checker flag led by Jonathan Rains. He has 2 lap cars, Cement Oscar and Cole Luigi, in between he and TJ Hanley. So as long as the 4 can go on this restart, he should be the winner of this race. Because Cement Oscar behind him is obviously damaged. Hanley also has some damage in the 23 car. But a lot of cars are out from that. I can't really tell where it starts. Jay Jackson obviously out from the last caution. Then Alex, Vince Vinta, Derek Bouchard, Sebastian Kukulon, Roman Fenway, Tyler Fick, Anton Charbonneau, a chaser. Eli Bright may be out. He's 3 laps down though. Wyatt Walker, a chaser, is out. Jeff Bright and Anthony as a chaser will be out of this race. So Riley Sampson getting points in 48. However, Levi Shones runs in the 3rd position for our final restart of the day. Jonathan Rains leads the race, hoping to hold on. 2 lap cars between he and 2nd place TJ Hanley. They have to go all the way back here to 3rd place. Levi Shones right there. Seaman is 4th. 5th is Alexander Rowe. Oliver Gowan 6th. Luke Rainey 7th. 8th place Alex Fletcher. Marshall Burrell 9th. 10th is Trey Wright. So here they come. Green and white together. Can Rains hold on? Can Hanley somehow find a way to get them past the 4? Green flag back in there on Golden Corral 500. And the white as well. 1 lap to go in Atlanta. Right there, I think that's going to be Rains' race right there. That 47 cannot get going. 23 up high with them. This is Jonathan Rains to lose in turns 1 and 2. Hanley pulls over, but it's too late. Look at the carnage back here. Shones just wants to make it to the finish ahead of these chasers. Down the backstretch for the final time, though. It's Jonathan Rains leading the race in turn 3. Jonathan Rains, damage on the ends of that race car. But off turn number 4, the checker flag is waving, and Jonathan Rains wins the Golden Corral 500 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Hanley's 2nd. Look at this carnage behind, trying to get every spot they can. Chasers and whatnot. Look at all this. Damaged cars all over the place. Cars trying to get through to the checker flag, but Jonathan Rains, the damaged race car, wins the Golden Corral 500 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. A crazy race for sure. It has ups and downs for many drivers. No one knew how it was going to end until it ended. And now we know how the points are going to shape up heading to the final 2 races of the season. Let's go see the finish results and the chase standings after Atlanta. Here are the finish results from the Golden Corral 500 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. 4 caution flags for 16 laps and 23 lead changes, 20 different drive laps here tonight. As Jonathan Rains leads 6 laps. Apparently that was the most of anyone here tonight as he wins the Golden Corral 500 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And what is always a crazy chase race at Atlanta definitely showed its true colors here tonight. TJ Hanley ends up 2nd, Alexander 3rd, William Seaman 4th, and Levi Shones rounds out the top 5. Marshall Burrell 6th, Trey Wright 7th, Jonathan Buford 8th, Oliver Gowan 9th, and Steven Taylor rounds out the top 10. And the only other car on the lead lap, Luke Rainey in 11th. 12th on down were a lap down. So let's look at the top 20. Carter Joey from the pole, 19th. Some other chasers down here that were a lap down. Cement Oskin 15th. Jake Galloway 16th. Dane Lloyd in 17th. Carter Joey in 19th. And then we look down below the top 20. And you see Derek Kimmel 23rd, Riley Sampson 24th, and Hernandez in 27th. Turing also led 6 laps, which is tied for the most. But and you look down below, Hernandez, Wyatt Walker in 29th, Charles in 30th, and Carter Friesen all the way down here in 40th. Also out from the race and crash damage. At the right side are the point standings, and Levi Schultz has amassed a nice points gap after a crazy and topsy-turvy Atlanta race. Schoens has a 7-point gap over Hernandez, who is second in the point standings. That's with 2 races left in the season. Then third in points is Riley Sampson, but he is 12 points back. Only 2 drivers within a race of the points lead. But for Jonathan Rains, that win here tonight has catapulted them up to 4th in points, and he is 13 points back, so he still has a shot with 2 races left. And then drivers that are trying to close in, which it's going to be hard for Wyatt Walker, Danny Lloyd, Jake Galloway, Derek Hamill. They're in the 60s with the points, and along with Matt Oskin. However, they're a good ways back. Oskin needs 16 points, and Walker then needs 17. Jake Galloway needs 18. Derek Hamill needs 20. Danny Lloyd needs 21. So, I mean, for those drivers, it's going to be hard to get up there and get to Levi Schultz and try and get around him in the points. So, I think right now, if you are, Schoens, Hernandez, Sampson, Rains, you guys have the best shot at getting this championship with 2 races left. 2 crazy racetracks, Rockingham and Homestead. And for Levi Schoens, this could not have gone any better. This race could not have gone any better for him. Because at the beginning, it looked like it was going to be he and Hernandez finishing kind of close to each other, and one was going to gain the points lead by a little bit. And then once that third yellow came out, we thought Hernandez was getting a ton of points on Schoens because Schoens was a lap down, Hernandez was on the lead lap. And then Charles cuts down pit road. A huge crash happened. Schoens was ahead of the crash, got back in the lead lap. Hernandez and a ton of others were involved. That Schoens actually gained all those spots and got 11 points out of the day. Hernandez only got 4 points. So for Levi Schultz, it could not have gone any better for the driver of the 92 here tonight. For Hernandez, he can recover 2 races left. He won at Rockingham earlier in the season, looking to pull another one out of his hat here next time. As we look ahead to race number 37, the penultimate race of the Gatorade Cup Series season goes to Rockingham for the Pennzoil 400. I will see you guys then.